Señoritas y señores, bienvenidos a otro video para Español 1 y 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, nice to see you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I am here at a taco joint. As you can see, it's light and airy, and the place looks pretty clean. You probably recognize this place. Tacos El Gavilan is the name of this place, and as you can see, I am here to eat some tacos. In fact, let me show them to you. Well, I would show them to you, but they were so delicious that, sorry. So right now, ahora es la 1:05. It's 1:05 p.m. And I was hoping that everybody would remember that we had a field trip today. But it looks like you guys forgot. So, too bad, because I was about to buy all of you tacos. Everybody's looking at me, filming this quick little video like I'm a weirdo. Haha, joke's on them. I already know I'm a weirdo. Friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that it's a complicated world that we live in, you know? And so we do what we can out there on the daily. But I think we gotta take a pause and remember that there's some hardworking people out there, especially the people out here in the restaurant business. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, be nice to the people who serve you your food. Number one, you don't want anything in it, anything extra, if you know what I mean. But number two, man, these people are hustlers by nature. I'm telling you, it's the hardest job that anybody could ever have. Not only do you have to hustle out there in the kitchen, but also you have to do the customer service part of it, and there's some really unhappy people that come in through that door and immediately start just flying off the handle. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. So anytime you go out and about, anytime you're at a fast food joint, or even if you're going out to a proper like sit-down dinner, be nice to your waiters, be nice to the people who serve you your food, because again, it's one of the hardest jobs that anybody could ever have. And by the way, if you want to take your date out to go eat, don't forget, if you don't have money for tip, you don't have money to go out. Case closed. 15 to 20%, all right? Don't be cheapskates. You're also probably wondering about the music that's playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a lot of ranchera music, a lot of norteña music, a lot of music from Mexico. Not my cup of tea. I already told you that. I'm a rock and roll guy, as you guys know. But keep in mind, anytime you hear this type of music, it's the music of the people, especially people who come from other countries, in this case Mexico, to try to find a better life and to take the jobs that realistically nobody else wants, all right? Because again, there's some hard jobs out there that you and I would never dream of doing, but they're out there. And they're making us a better society because of it. Anyway, I mentioned the music because just like country music here in the United States, it's this type of music right over here is the country music of Mexico, and it's really blue-collar music. You know, you got the accordions and you got like the tubas and stuff like that, but a lot of the songs talk about, you know, being back at home, back in Mexico, being in the rancho, you know, being from like the countryside and working hard, and a lot of nostalgic themes as well, because keep in mind, I mean, a lot of people who come here from Mexico, for example, they go all over the United States to take jobs that we don't want, but they leave a lot of family behind. Sometimes, you know, married couples, they have to separate so that they can like try to find a way to survive, you know? And this is the soundtrack right here. This is the soundtrack of people trying to make it in this world. You're probably wondering to yourself, Señor Barbosa, what does this have to do with Español? What does this have to do with Spanish? It's got everything to do with Español. It's got everything to do with Spanish, because you see, it's through languages that we understand each other. And it may very well be that you would not go to a place like this. Maybe it's not your thing, you know, you'd rather go somewhere else. Maybe you might not normally associate with these hardworking people here on a daily basis. But again, I mean, like, it goes to the old saying, it goes back to the old saying, have you ever met somebody that was different than you just to find out that they're not, you know? And again, it's through languages that we try to understand each other. And see, that's the big thing. A lot of people here in the country that we live in, it's highly individualistic, and so we're very used to saying me, right? Or I. We're always thinking about ourselves first. But what if you took a pause, just take a moment, and try to see things from the other point of view. And you see, I mean, when you try to talk to other people in their language, holy smokes, I mean, the difference is night and day. I mean, they light up like Christmas trees. I'm telling you from experience, everybody. So yeah, in a place like Southern California, it's hard to avoid. I mean, Spanish is everywhere, you know? So like I said, thank you very much for taking the time to learn some Español. Thank you for taking La Clase de Español with your pal, Señor Barbosa. And I really do hope, it is my sincere hope, that it's through languages such as Español that we can understand each other a bit better. I hope it is useful and relevant for you in your daily life, and you can go out there and practice. So maybe next time I come back here, maybe I'll see you in line. Maybe I'll get to hear your beautiful Español, ordering en Español some delicious tacos from a place like this, Tacos El Gavilán. Sí se puede, okay? Sí se puede, no hay otra. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So my belly is full. I had some delicious tacos. Once again, this place is called Tacos El Gavilán. They're not paying me to say any good things about them. I'm just, you know, saying them out of my own opinion. They were quite delicious. I had dos tacos de pollo. But next time I'll be back and I'll have tacos de carne asada, de tripas, de buche, de sesos, de lengua. You know, pretty barbaric. Apologies, by the way. Apologies to all my veterinarian friends. But yeah, these tacos are damn delicious. So yeah, this is me out and about, out on the street. I gotta go home to my babies now because I was running a few errands for my wife. And but now it's probably time for me to head on back and see how Sam and Penny are doing. So go out there and enjoy some tacos, señoritas y señores, and thanks for watching this next YouTube video. I don't know where we are in the book. I don't know what lesson this is. I can't even remember if it's vocabulary, grammar. But again, gracias por ver estos videos. And let's get to the lesson. Here we go. Tacos El Gavilán, everybody. So go out there and eat some delicious tacos. And speaking of food, hey, that's exactly what we're talking about here. Chapter 3B. Para mantener la salud. Yes, not only are we talking about food stuffs, especially for dinner, but then also maintaining healthy habits. And I really do hope that you guys treat your body right. Because if you treat your body will treat you right. All right. So let's go to página 168, page 168. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That's in your libro. And it is time for us to look, listen, and repeat like we do. So, yeah. So how about if you guys look, listen, and repeat? Por favor, miren, escuchen, repitan after Señor Barbosa. Let's get right to it. Here we go. Let's talk about food and beverages. Repeat after me. La cena. La cena. El beefsteak. El beefsteak. La carne. La carne. El pescado. El pescado. El pollo. El pollo. La cebolla. La cebolla. Los guisantes. Los guisantes, but in Mexico. Oh, yeah. In Mexico, I had to look it up for a second. You say los chícharos. Los chícharos. Las judías verdes. Las judías verdes. Los ejotes in Mexico. Yeah, los ejotes for green beans in Mexico. La lechuga. La lechuga. Las papas. Las papas. Los tomates. Los tomates. Las uvas. Las uvas. Las zanahorias. Las zanahorias. Don't forget that the Z is pronounced like an S And don't forget that the H is silent in Español. Las zanahorias. El arroz. El arroz. Los cereales. Los cereales. Los espaguetis. You can also say it in the singular form, el espagueti. Las grasas. Las grasas. La mantequilla. La mantequilla. El helado. El helado. If you have a scoop of ice cream in Mexico, you would say la nieve. La nieve. Los pasteles. Los pasteles. Las bebidas. Las bebidas. Muy bien. All right. Let's talk about being hungry and thirsty. Repeat after me. Tengo hambre. Tengo hambre. Tengo sed. Tengo sed. Okay, health-related words. Caminar. Caminar. Hacer ejercicio. Hacer ejercicio. Yo hago. Yo hago. Tú haces. Tú haces. All right, so if you want to say in Spanish, I exercise, say this. Yo hago ejercicio. Or you can say, hago ejercicio. You can leave out the yo if you want to. If you want to say you exercise, tú haces ejercicio. Or just say, haces ejercicio. Levantar pesas. Levantar pesas. Yo levanto pesas. I lift weights. Tú levantas pesas. You lift weights. Levantamos pesas. We lift weights, and so on and so on. It's an AR ending infinitive, so you conjugate it with those AR ending rules that we learned. Para la salud. Para la salud. Para mantener la salud. Para mantener la salud. Okay. Let's indicate preferences. Sometimes we like some foods, but then other times we don't prefer it. Repeat after me. Yo prefiero. Yo prefiero. Tú prefieres. Tú prefieres. Deber. Deber. All right. Really quick. Deber means should or must, but if I should or must, it's yo debo. You should or you must is tú debes. We all should or must, nosotros debemos. So you have to conjugate deber using those ER ending verb rules that we learned. Okay, agreement and disagreement. Repeat after me. Creer. Creer. Creo que. Creo que. Creo que sí. Creo que no. Estoy de acuerdo. I agree. No estoy de acuerdo. I don't agree. Okay. Why and because in Spanish? Repeat after me. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? And to say because, repeat after me. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? All right. You probably see it's the same exact word, but with a couple differences when you're writing it out. When you ask why in Español, look at this. Upside down question mark, regular question mark, and in the middle, por space que, the E has an accent mark at the very end, okay? Now, if you want to say because in Spanish, it's also por qué, but this time, no question marks. All put together, not spaced, no accent mark, okay? So this right over here on paper, why? This right over here, because, all right? Quantity, repeat after me. Algo. Algo. Muchos. Muchas. Depending on the gender of many things that you might have. Todos. Todas. Again, depending on the gender of whatever all you might have. To describe something, okay, some adjectives here to describe food, for example. Horrible. Horrible. Malo. Mala. Okay, malo if it's a masculine noun, like el burrito está malo. Or if it's a feminine noun, la ensalada es mala. Okay, you see that? Sabroso. Sabrosa. Yeah, that's good. So again, burrito, el burrito es sabroso. It's tasty. La ensalada es sabrosa. Tasty, okay? Because again, matchy-matchy. Make sure that you match up your numbers and genders in Spanish. Other useful words, cada día. Cada día, every day. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and those are all the flashcard words, but let's take a look at just a couple of things that we'll be covering in the next video. It's the return of adjectives. So remember, if you have a masculine noun, then your adjective has to be masculine. If your noun is feminine, then your adjective has to be feminine. So it all has to be matchy-matchy, okay? So, for example, one burrito, sabroso. Many burritos, sabrosos, because more than one, okay? Ensalada, sabrosa. Ensaladas, sabrosas. Again, more than one. So, el burrito masculine, la ensalada feminine. And, we'll get into the details of adjectives, how to use them next video. And then finally, the verb ser, that means to be. But then also you learn the verb estar, that also means to be. So, 2 ways to say to be in Spanish. Yeah. We already learned the verb estar, estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. But now we're going to learn the ins and outs of the verb ser, which also means to be. Yo soy, tú eres, usted, él, ella es, nosotros somos, ustedes, ellos, ellas son. And we'll get into the details about that, like I said, next video. All right, muy bien. Okay, señoritas y señores, so once again, thank you very much for making time for Español. I hope you found this video useful. Make sure that you're looking and listening and repeating after Señor Barbosa, and repetition is the key, so don't watch this video just once. If you want to really get good at Español, you got to practice. You got to repeat. Okay, that's the way it's got to be. All right. So I got to go, and I want to say muchas gracias for muchas gracias for, you know what I always say.
thanks for making time for Spanish because, Español es muy importante en la vida. Spanish is important in your life. I think. Yo creo que el español es importante en la vida. ¿Sí? Sí. All right, everyone. I'll catch you in the next video. Muchas gracias. Adiós.